as of this morning, we are getting some very troubling headlines coming out of Binance today. So I want to spend the first half of this video just going over the facts, so you have all the information you need as a crypto investor. And then following, we'll take a look at price, we'll talk about my strategy, what I'm doing as an investor. So breaking news as of today, turns out, and this is being reported from Forbes, Binance moved over $1.8 billion in stablecoin collateral to hedge funds last year. It means that cryptocurrency exchange Binance moved $1.8 billion of collateral meant to back its customer stablecoins to hedge funds. So number one, how do we know this? We know this because Forbes analyzed the on-chain data, which we're about to go over. And then number two, why this is concerning to me is because this obviously puts users' funds at risk if it turns out they're uncollateralized, which regulators would have a big problem with, I would assume. Not that this is Binance US. Binance US is regulated. The news today is for regular Binance, the #1 cryptocurrency exchange in the world by trading volume.
Is Binance next to fall after FTX? Here's the truth circulating the claims online. There have been reports suggesting that the US-based versions of FTX and Binance were both attempts to deceive US regulators and fly under the radar of the more strict American regulations at the customer's expense. Shortly after the creation of Binance.us, Forbes magazine published a report claiming that they had received a leaked document named Tai Chi, which suggested that Binance.us was a ploy to trick US regulators into focusing on the compliant local exchange while the parent exchange Binance went free to do its business. Binance responded by suing Forbes for defamation, only to drop the lawsuit a few months later, and then in February of 2022, Binance tried a different track. They invested $200 million into the parent company of Forbes to gain leverage and to avoid any future bad press. Fast forward to December 17th, 2022, we now see more evidence that Binance and Binance.us are acting as one when Binance halted withdrawals of USDT.
All right, what's up, guys? Hope you're having a good day. I got some news for you. We have some updates with Binance. We're going to be diving into extreme detail, but money doesn't buy you happiness. It does not buy you happiness. Bro, something's going on with Binance. If we come over here to my actual screen share, Barian, you can see that I've said this before. Basically, I've said this in my shorts. You guys could watch it. There's desperation campaigns that happen all the time, right? So people get literally desperate, right? And they start putting out all these advertising campaigns to cover things up. So we see that with Binance happening right now. Binance upgrades proof of reserves verification to include ZK snarks. So this is with their proof of reserve system. So it's like they're cleaning up the industry. And when I was doing my research, I was like, wow, they're actually making effort to clean up the industry. Proof of reserves, right? We say proof of reserves, we're specifically referring to those assets that we hold in custody for users. So they're trying to put this standard of assets in custody for users, and they're putting all these efforts. But then in the background, like there's things that are covered up. And I'm not saying that this isn't true and this doesn't work. This is all great, but we have to get the full perspective. There's another perspective that everybody's missing and nobody's talking about, right? So as you can see here, Jump Crypto unveils critical vulnerability in Binance BNB chain. There's a security flaw that would allow the mint of unlimited amounts of arbitrary tokens. And this issue was privately disclosed to the BNB team. You know, it was stopped. And there was no issues from my experience from when I read, but there was issues, guys. There was issues. Brian, if you bring up the screen share, Paxos ordered to cease minting Binance stablecoin by New York regulators. So as you can see there, New York state regulators ordered Paxos to stop minting new Binance USD tokens. The SEC is coming for Binance. And CZ and Binance, bro, like, it's a very positive thread, and you know, it is positive. Like a lot of points that CZ made was true, but let me just scroll in on this specifically. And CZ, I want you guys to understand this, is the owner of Binance, BNB, and BUSD. So he's not the owner of BUSD, but he was one of the founders. And bro, it's called Binance Smart Chain Coin, right? Think about that, right? Yeah, they're all essentially owned, or not exactly owned, but they're all colluding with one entity. Binance would continue to support BUSD for the foreseeable future. We do foresee users migrating to other stablecoins over time, move away from using BUSD as their main pair for trading. That is no joke. The owner of Binance, the owner of BNB, the owner of BUSD is saying that he's going to move away from using BUSD publicly as their main pair for trading. Do you know that how beneficial it is for him to use this as their main pair? He's moving away because he's probably scared of regulation. He's probably scared of what's going on right now. Because again, Paxos is getting sued by the SEC. Let me say it again. Paxos is getting sued by the SEC for minting BUSD. Binance having issues, which is the Bitcoin Coinbase Premium Index. The screen share. There you go. You got it. Bitcoin Premium right here. Bitcoin Coinbase Premium Index. So essentially, it's the difference in price between Bitcoin on Coinbase and Binance. So it seems like there's a lot more buy pressure on Coinbase than there is Binance. What does that mean? So how do I explain this for people that don't understand? So essentially, you have Coinbase, their version of Bitcoin. So there's Bitcoin on Coinbase, and the price is calculated by all the buy and sell orders on Coinbase itself. It's the same thing on Binance. There's more people. There's like a huge difference in price. Like the price is extremely different between Binance and Coinbase itself.
Binance's criminal shade is getting revealed by other dark knights in crypto. But now it's time to reveal what I found, as I'm the true Dark Knight and CZ is a joker. Why so serious? Binance has been and continues to serve US customers and other jurisdictions they are banned in through shell exchanges that they control. Have you ever noticed on CoinGecko, there's always an exchange with high amounts of volume that basically matches Binance's volume. The #1 exchange by volume for Polkadot is a random exchange called Bitforex with 32 million in 24-hour volume. Just below it is Binance with $30 million in volume. Here is Ethereum Classic on CoinGecko, a similar story. Binance and the completely unknown Bitforex have 24-hour volume for the asset that almost matches exactly.